We've talked about how to create particles and some of the effects achievable. You can create all sorts of animations with particle systems. Here is an abstract presentation by Altered Qualia, which includes varying the sizes of particles over time. Objects can also be formed out of particles. In this demo, the models are represented by particles instead of wireframe triangles, allowing interesting transformations to occur. Sets of particles can be used for all sorts of animations, such as this one of a firework emitting sparks as it goes. By overlapping particles, you can get fuzzy effects. Of course, you can always make fireworks themselves. Here's how animators preview some effects. Particle systems are often set up with guidelines, either fixed or with some randomness. Rules include elements such as when a particle is created, what path it travels, and whether it disappears after a certain duration. The path could be hand animated or controlled by the laws of physics, or even a bit of both. Another common use is to have large collections of particles simulate smoke, water, or other phenomena. Here particles are shown with a fountain effect. The particles don't have to be small. They can be objects in their own right, such as these dandelion seeds being blown away by the wind. We can also create particles that are random 3D fragments which act as if they're generated from a collision. Even effects such as sparkling logos can be done by animating particles. Here's the preview followed by the final offline rendering. Or you can simply use procedural methods to create amazing scenes. It still astounds me how many particles you can animate and render at once. In this demo by Altered Qualia, there are 150,000 rotating 3D cubes being thrown at the screen, and I'm getting a frame rate of 28 frames per second. The whole particle system evolution itself, creation, movement, and extinction, can now even be calculated entirely on newer GPUs. This allows more elaborate animations while also freeing up the CPU for other work.